Okay, so this is the trade I took this morning. Another win, so 2-0 on the week. Best month I've had on record for a funded account. And so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now. The model played out nicely both days. I was very patient this week. Monday, Tuesday, I was in the office, so I wasn't going to place a trade. Realistically, in the office, I can only be on my phone during work, so I still have to get better and more used to placing trades on the phone before I actually place a real. Before I place a trade on my phone on my funded account. And also, it's a lot easier to place a trade on your phone on TradingView than it is to place a trade on your phone on Topstep X, which is the platform I'm using for the funded. So I have to get more used to that before I dare take a trade in office. So bottom line is Monday, Tuesday were not trade days for me. Wednesday was a trade day. I won my trade because I was remote, working from home. Thursday, also working from home, didn't see the model present itself, so didn't take a trade. And then Friday, took this trade, working from home. So obviously requires a lot of patience to be able to trade a week like this week where, you can't trade the first 2 days of the week. Then the next 3 days you have only 2 of those days present something. Thursday, I was forced to sit on my hands. My model didn't present itself, even though I could trade. So it requires patience, right? Which I clearly possess currently, and hoping I can continue that. So go to the daily. Doesn't really give you much. I had the previous daily low marked out because we'd already taken the previous daily high. I didn't have that marked out. On the 4 hour, you can see we're still inside this 4 hour bullish fair value gap. I would argue that the PD arrays for this trade weren't the greatest, just because, like you can see, we've been, like the 4 hour fair value gap, for instance, we've been trading inside this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 4 hour candles have traded inside of this 4 hour fair value gap. So becomes less and less strong every time it gets retapped. The 1 hour, you can see we have the sweep here that we were utilizing, so we got our sweep. We're inside a 1 hour fair value gap as well. Target was this 1 hour fair value gap, this tiny one here that wasn't filled yet. 15 minute, you can see the sweep even better. Go to the 5 minute. The 5 minute, once I was in this trade, I was looking for us to close above this fair value gap and invert it. Had we not closed above this fair value gap, we probably would have been break even. But we ended up disrespecting it and inverting it, and then we tapped into that inversion to send us higher. So that was good. Got in off the 2 minute. It was the highest time frame inversion fair value gap, so got in off the 2 minute. Off this close, I set a limit order for 3 contracts. We got tapped in here again. Literally no drawdown except for getting entered into the trade. Right, we needed a little bit of drawdown just to get an entry, a fill, and we got that. And then we shot up to my take profit, which again was this 1 hour unfilled fair value gap. 1 to 1.13 risk to reward. I went break even once we tapped this high. So that's when I went break even, and yeah, I was hoping that I didn't get tapped out for break even, and I didn't. We ran to TP, so that was nice. Let me show you the actual executions on Topstep. So these are the actual executions. This is the right. You can see 3 contracts entered here. Go to the 2 minutes so you can see the actual candle that entered us right here. Candle that exited us. And yeah, that was the trade. Plus 207 on the day, plus 400 something on the week. Account balance sitting at 812 now, which is nice. I'm on the verge here requesting a payout. I have to really assess what I want to do with this account now. You know, it's not something I'll be honest with you. A lot of people come into buying a funded account, then buying a challenge account, then earning the funded, and they come into it and they're like, oh, they're always thinking about that payout. I really never gave it much thought. I didn't really think, I knew it was possible, but I didn't really give it much thought because I didn't want my hopes to be too high, and that's really it. So I've not put much thought into what I would do if my account was eligible for a payout. And $812 is really no small sum of money. I mean, if I had $812 sitting in my desk right now in cash, it would look like a decent chunk of change. So obviously on the computer screen here, it might not look as big, but we trade to earn payouts, right? At the end of the day, we trade to make money. So when money's sitting on the table like this, I definitely have to make a decision this weekend here on what I do with this account. I did some research. This is my first payout ever, so I didn't know. But yeah, if I take out the full $812, then I'm left with this account still, but I literally cannot lose a trade. If I lose one trade, it's done. The account gets blown up. I could take half of this and leave myself with $400 worth of drawdown. That only leaves me with 2 trades worth of drawdown anyway. So if I lose 2 trades in a row off rip, then I lose the account. So I don't know. I'm thinking if I take a payout, it's going to be the full payout or nothing. But I still have to make that decision, because then I'd have to pass another funded account, which I could definitely do, but it's just a pain in the ass. So, but I guess that's part of the process. So yeah, that's that. That was the trade today. But yeah, let me just I'll show the week. I'll show the monthly P&L. But yeah, this is the week, plus 430, best week of the month. And yeah,